Hello everyone, I am going to show you a really cool easy method for juicing wheatgrass with a masticating juicer and a little trick that's gonna help you get more juice out of the wheatgrass because this stuff is so precious and you gotta go through so much to get one little shot of it. So I'm gonna show you how to get more out of it, okay? Then I'm also gonna do a little test at the end of it to see if this method actually works, if there's any juice left behind. So let's get started. Now first, the timing of when I cut the wheatgrass is important. You do it when it's jointing. That's a botanical term that means when it's basically maturing from just a baby to an adult. At that point, that's when it's at its most medicinal, its most nutritious. And I will snip about 1 centimeter above the soil. I will point this down here now. So I'm going to go through this whole container. And when this grows back, I'll be able to do it again. These will grow back between 2 and 3 times, which is pretty cool. So when you buy one of these things, it's not just, one time that you get to use it. It's 2 or 3, which helps stretch the dollar out, that's for sure. Even just cutting this, I can smell the sweetness of the wheatgrass. And I haven't even begun juicing yet. Okay, so the first thing after cutting them is I will put them in water because it'll help them go through the juicer in a way to where it extracts more juice from it. So once it's wet, I simply wind it into a little ball like so, instead of just putting it straight through. Instead of shooting it through the juicer. That was my mistake the first time I did this, and then I learned quickly to stop doing that because it wasted so much. But instead of just putting it through straight, like just throwing it through, wind it into a little ball soaked in water and then put it through. So turn the juicer on. Push it through. It's a slow masticating juicer. Slow is key, so it's cold pressed. It doesn't create any heat. Therefore, all the enzymes and all the nutrients are still alive, so it's living food. Take the next piece here, ball it up, soak it in this water, press it through. The squeaking sounds that it makes when you put the stuff through is completely normal. That's the sound of the wheatgrass dying. No, it's not. It's still alive. It's the sound of it pressing out all the juices. This does not work on a centrifugal juicer, which I also have, but I wanted to start juicing wheatgrass, so I had to get a masticating juicer. You can see the pulp coming out the other side now. Kind of cool, right? I can see juice coming down. Next little chunk, soak it in water, wind it up into a little ball as tightly as I can, and just keep repeating until I go through this one container here. Okay, this is going to be the last wound up ball that I put through. Push it on through. Now if you want to get, I guess, a little bit more out of it, you can follow through with like a stick of celery or a stalk of celery or a piece of ginger root or a lemon or something that's more solid and hard that can push whatever is through. But I actually prefer my wheatgrass just straight up. I'm kind of a diehard that way, I guess. And some people have a hard time palating it just with wheatgrass, so you can push it through with a organic Granny Smith apple or whatever you want to make it more palatable if you need to. But I personally love the way this stuff tastes. It is so good. Alright, so I think we got that pressed all the way through. I'll also go in reverse for a second and then forward again just to make sure every last bit is juiced out. Okay, cool. And now let's see here. I'm going to grab my little shot glass here. Look at this wonderful wheatgrass juice. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the nutritional benefits and why it's so nutritional in just a second here. So when I did this the other day, the way that a lot of people juice, just putting it straight through, not soaking it and all those other things, it filled up to about right here. It wasn't very much. I can already tell this is going to be a little bit more. So yeah, this is about, I don't know, maybe a centimeter, a half a centimeter higher than where it was before. Now here's the test I'm going to do to make sure I got everything out of it with this method and with this awesome juicer. And that is, I'm going to take this flat wooden spoon. This is a pretty hard surface in here. I'm just going to press the hell out of it with all my might. It feels pretty dry, so I don't think I'm going to squeeze any more out of it, but I'm pressing the living daylights out of it, and so far there's not a droplet, man. Tons of oh, there's a droplet. Very, very little. Very little. Okay. See me gritting my teeth. Alright, so that's about all I could press out. So this is it. This is actually, where did I put it? Right here. Just that. This, whoops. Hardly any. So I'd say that works out pretty good that way. So I'm going to do my shot of wheatgrass. Look how green and colorful and vibrant that is. This is the best part right here. That is so sweet. I mean, to me, this is like sugar. Weird because there's no sugar in it. And the reason I swish it around in my mouth is because this is actually, as a topical solution, it's very healthy for tooth and gum health. So I don't just, down it like a regular shot at the bar, doing shots here. I'm so cool. I'm so much of a nerd. I gargle wheatgrass. Be my next Facebook status update. Okay, so wheatgrass is the most concentrated form of chlorophyll and phytochemicals that you can put into your body. That oxygenates the blood. A healthy pH balance, and when your blood is oxygenated and you've got a good alkaline body, it makes disease virtually impossible to live inside of. So that's why this can go a long way towards prevention and also reversal. Now, having said that, here's my disclaimer. I have to say this. I'm not a doctor, just giving you general information as a layperson. Do your own due diligence, your own research. None of this is meant to undermine or replace the advice of your healthcare professionals that you might be working with, okay? So keep that in mind. And not only does it oxygenate the blood with all the chlorophyll and phytochemicals and being the most dense source you can get from anywhere, wheatgrass, but wheatgrass is also loaded with protein. Oh man, to get your protein from plants instead of animal products, there's going to be no inflammation from that. It's the opposite. It puts out the fires and makes your blood very healthy. When you go in for your next checkup, your next blood panel, do a shot of wheatgrass every day. Oh man. And eat a very healthy, nutritious, plant-based whole food diet in addition to this stuff. It can go a long way towards really good health, sleeping better, feeling better, all these things. And maybe safely, with your doctor's approval, coming off of some prescription medications too. Not bad. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. TomBerkenmeyer.com is my website, just like it's spelled here on social media, TomBerkenmeyer.com. Green tongue, I love that. I've got tons of stuff there for free. Hundreds of recipe blogs, hundreds of recipe videos, lots of philosophical approaches behind said topic matter, because it's all about what we believe, how we hold on to what we believe, and how it affects what we actually do versus what we don't do. So there's a lot of philosophy as well as healthy recipes, and also a lot of stuff about money and making better residual money too, so that we can have more time freedom to enjoy ourselves and do cool stuff like this and travel and whatever it is you want to do with your life. It's all good. Getting off on a little tangent now. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And hey, you're going to pay the farmers or the hospitals, right? So I recommend paying the farmers, especially rewarding the good organic farmers who are protecting the land and giving back to the land and giving us organic and beautiful, healthy produce. Let's reward them and incentivize more of that. Sounds like a lot more fun than paying hospital bills. Bye for now. Mwah. There's the off button here somewhere. I do that a lot in my videos. I need a new bit.